afternoon, Status Coup and Midas Touch. I am Tina-Desiree Berg reporting, and we are downtown Minneapolis at the start of the Ice Out General Strike protest and rally.
Shame! Instead of staying afraid, we are out on the streets, here to shut it down. We know that the most powerful thing we can do is to shut it down, shut down our schools, not go to work, show up on the streets, and tell ICE is out of our streets. We have our first speaker, Zay, who's a part of the Black Student Union at the University of Minnesota. Make some noise.
What's going on, everybody? I first want to thank everyone in attendance for being here. Whether you come from upstate, a state over, or across the nation, you're here to stand up for my city, Minneapolis. Yeah. My family is from here. I was born in Minneapolis. I know and love this city like a family member. However, my being here shouldn't matter. That shouldn't mean those of us who came here escaping war, terror, or in search of a better life should be afraid to leave our homes. We shouldn't be afraid to go to school, and we shouldn't be afraid to be in community. Minneapolis is a city full of strong, kind-hearted people who relentlessly fight for our neighbors, our family. We are a city of immigrants. From Burritos Burrito to Afro Deli to Carmel Mall to the South Side. Our community of immigrants make Minneapolis great. We are stronger than this administration makes us out to be, and we are stronger than hate. But don't just take my word for it. Look at our track record. In 2020, we came out in the thousands to protest the unjust murder of George Floyd. 1 week ago today, we came out over 50,000 strong to protest the unconscionable killing of Renee Good. Right, give it up for Minneapolis, y'all. Yeah. Today, we are not just out here to fight for Renee Good or Alex Preddy, but every last person who has been murdered or otherwise been made victim to ISIS terror. Liam Ramos, the 5-year-old boy with the blue hat and the Spider-Man backpack, is currently in a detention center in Texas. He is lethargic, depressed, and not eating well. He is asking about his classmates. He should be with them. He should be with them right now. In 2026 alone, 8 people have died in dealings with ICE. Their names are Luis Gustavo Nunez Caceres, Gerardo Lunos Campos, Victor Manuel Diaz, Haradi La, Luis Beltran Yanez Cruz, Ever Sanchez Dominguez, Renee Good, and Alex Preddy. This is not normal. This is not business as usual. This is not a news story, and this is not a headline. They want us to tolerate these deaths. They want us to get tired. They want us to get afraid, but we will not. Minneapolis, as well as the rest of the nation, will fight against ICE terror with the general strike. That is our biggest power as the general public. We fight with our wallets. The fight will be long, hard, and likely exhausting, but we must keep hope. We must keep fighting in the belief that there is a better tomorrow. There's no way to know what will happen next, but I do know that we will get through this together as one city, one state, and one nation. Thank you.
No more Minnesota nights! Minneapolis will strike! No more Minnesota nights! Minneapolis will strike! Said no more Minnesota nights! Minneapolis will strike!
People are still crowding into the center here in front of the general strike is the path to justice.
Minneapolis will strike!
Justice for Alex Preddy.
Strike! 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 strike, 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 strike.
Passionate sense of community here in downtown Minneapolis.
Our next speaker up today is Leslie Redmond from Don't Complain, Activate, and former president of the NAACP in Minnesota. Make some noise.
I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. And in the great words of Fred Hampton, you can jail a revolutionary, but you can never jail the revolution. And it's important to say them words because we're just a few steps away from where they are holding a journalist, Georgia Ford. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. And they're also holding Jamel Lundy and Trayhorn Crew for just standing up for justice, for standing up for Renee. And it should show us the state of America where we are more concerned with jailing people standing up against ICE than jailing ICE that are killing us on the streets. And it's important that we remember that this didn't start with Alex and it didn't start with Renee. Even though I want you all, when you go around, you know they used to say, be like Jesus. We still want to be like Jesus, but be like Alex and be like Renee. Stand up for your neighbor. We have to look these enemies in the eye and tell them that they are not welcome here, that they don't get to terrorize our communities and make people stay in the house and afraid to go to work and afraid to go to school. Somebody say, that ain't right. Say, that ain't right. We got to stand for something, you all, or we're going to fall for anything. And what I want to remind you all is that this didn't start with Alex and Renee. And I also want to bring up Nikema Levy-Armstrong, Chantel Allen, and William Kelly. I was trying to think his last name, and then it's cold out here. And William Kelly, who were arrested also for standing up for justice, right? And it didn't start here. It started back in the 1800s with our indigenous brothers and sisters when they hung 38 of them right here in Minnesota. It started with Jamar Clark in 2015 and Philando Castile in 2016 and Justine DeMond in 2017 and George Floyd in 2020 and the list goes on and on. Amir Locke, his anniversary is coming up. And so I want to tell all of you who are woke now, don't ever go back to sleep. They're trying to demonize being awoke because they want you to be asleep. And I'm going to wrap up by telling you this. You can't support Target and tyranny. You can't support Target and say you don't support Trump. Because they abandoned us. They jumped ship as soon as they got an opportunity. And for all of these corporations, y'all saw the 60 corporations that put out a letter that they could have kept. Y'all saw it, right? They couldn't even say ICE out. They couldn't even say the simple words of ICE out. Nobody's coming to save us. We gotta save ourselves. We gotta save ourselves. So I want y'all to do something with me as I wrap this up. Oh, y'all look so good right now. Y'all look so good right now. Y'all don't look Minnesota nice. Y'all look Minnesota strong. Y'all look Minnesota strong. Y'all look Minnesota strong. It looked like Trump chose the wrong place. It looked like he didn't know that we love our neighbors. It looked like he didn't know that we was going to get ICE the hell up out of here. So when I say don't complain, I want for y'all to say activate. Y'all got that? Don't complain. Don't complain. Don't complain. Don't complain. Don't complain. What do we do we want it? Grace and peace, Leslie E. Redmond. I love you all. Let's stay connected. Follow me on socials, Leslie E. Redmond. We got to demand justice for Georgia 4, Jamel Lundy and Trayvon Cruz, who are locked up right now just down the street for speaking truth to power. Grace and peace, you all. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. And they can lock up a revolutionary, but they can never lock up the revolution.
Leslie, who is the ex-leader of the NAACP here in Minneapolis, also spoke at the Press Freedom press conference earlier this morning.
Justice for Georgia 4!
We will be uploading those files either later today or tomorrow.
Justice for Georgia 4! Justice for Georgia 4!
Georgia Ford is the journalist that was arrested this morning along with Don Lemon for covering the church protest. As far as we know, there are charges haven't been released. We did hear from the attorney this morning during the press conference, and they didn't have an answer to what the charges would be.
Justice for Alex Peretti! Ice out of our city! 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 Ice out.
It also sounds like they're shifting gears on opening a civil rights investigation into the officers that shot Alex Peretti. Not sure if that's just a superficial political theater that they're doing now because of all the pushback, or if they're actually going to open that investigation and look into it.
Of New Justice Project Minnesota. Make some noise!
Keep making that noise for your folks. All power to the people. Hey, yo, I want to start out by sharing my love and appreciation to the brave and courageous folks out here. Y'all give it up for our organizers today. As a former educator, I am inspired. What I need y'all to do is look to the person to your left and tell them, I got your back. Look to the person to your right and you tell them, I got your back. Hey, yo, we are in the federal occupation, y'all. A federal occupation that's looking to lock up our immigrant brothers and sisters, ship them away. They want them dead. And they want any of us that stand in their way dead. And we ain't going for that, because who keeps us safe? Who?
Having a little bit of an audio issue here. They're going to work on that. But there are hundreds of people out here in the square already. We are live from downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the second general strike that we've had this month. Some folks are holding signs that say general strike is the path to justice.
I know that's right. Every single one of y'all are here today to keep us all safe. Because the reality is, our neighbors are afraid to leave their home. Our neighbors are afraid to go to work, to go to school, to go to the grocery store, go to church or to the mosque, because they're afraid federal agents are going to come and lock them up and they won't be able to get home to their loved ones. That shit ain't right. That ain't right. And at this time, folks cannot even go out to earn the money to pay rent, to pay their bills. Folks are in hiding. I have neighbors hiding neighbors. That shit ain't right. That shit ain't right. Folks can't pay their rent. So each and every one of us need to be calling on Governor Walz to implement an eviction moratorium. When do we need an eviction moratorium? Now. When do we need an eviction moratorium? Now. Hey, yo, as a lifelong learner, I am watching history repeat itself. I'm watching slave patrols on our streets and in our communities. I'm watching slave catchers and military fatigue and military weapons putting fear in our hearts, trying to intimidate us. But right now, look around. Who's scared? We ain't scared. Who's scared? Who's scared? Who is scared?
So as they are working through the audio issue here, I want to point out to my right here, there's a group of high schoolers with a sign that says, high schoolers say ICE out of the Twin Cities.
We ain't scared. Hey, yo, so hear me out. Now is the time to dig deep, y'all. Now is the time to build real multiracial solidarity, y'all. Now is the time to build real working class solidarity, y'all. And now is the time to lean into the international struggle, y'all. And I'm gonna end like this, right? I'm tired of these fake ass elected officials playing in our face, bro. I'm tired of Mayor Fry taking backdoor call. He ain't take a call from nobody, but he want to take a call with Trump. Boom, Jacob. Boom. Governor Walsh wants to take backdoor calls with Trump and make deals about black and brown bodies. Boom, Governor Walsh. Boom. So I'm going to say it like this. The demand of the people is to get ICE off our streets. The demand of the people is to get ICE out for good. And the demand of the people is to abolish a fascist, murderous, paramilitary organization that's out here trying to take us out. And we ain't going for none of that. Again, right now is the time to lean in. I want you to look at your neighbor again and tell them, I got your back. I want you to look at your neighbor again and tell them, I got your back. And with that, I'm going to say all power to the people, baby. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. And one more time, fuck ICE. Fuck ICE. For a long time, fuck ICE. Minneapolis, make some noise! Let's hear it! Minnesota, let's be clear! Minnesota, let's be clear! A general strike is what they fear! General strike is what they fear! Minnesota, let's be clear! Minnesota, let's be clear! A general strike is what they fear! 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 General strike is what they fear! Strike! 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 Minneapolis! We gotta get moving. Are you coming with me?
Okay, it looks like we're going to start the march. If you are just joining us, this is Tina-Desiree Berg reporting live in downtown Minneapolis for Status Coup News on the Midas Touch Network. It is very cold out today, so again, we're seeing a lot of bodies out of the street. It's been a busy morning here in Minneapolis. Earlier today, we were at the Whipple Detention Center. We had some mic issues over there, so I sort of wanted to run you guys through a recap of that live stream in case things weren't clear. I wasn't allowed to do any kind of introduction to that. So basically, there was a union call, which means the unions are saying, we need these folks. Do you want to hang on one second? Did you want to? Yeah, go ahead. Wait, they're trying to get in front of us with the band here. Yeah, no worries. So we're actually going to work our way, I think, to the front of the protest in a minute. But back to the Whipple Detention Center this morning. So there was a union call, which many unions put out a call to everybody to come down and be in solidarity in front of the Whipple Detention Center, which is where ICE has been running and Border Patrol has been running their operations. There was also 5051, a couple of elected officials, ICE out of Minnesota, and several other organizations that were involved. So that was basically a rally for the general strike today that we're now walking in the middle of. Hundreds of people out here. Then the second thing we covered that we will upload later is the press conference for the arrest of journalist Georgia Fort. They also arrested Don Lemon in Los Angeles. Obviously, this is Another red line that they've crossed in regards to constitutional rights, arresting journalists for just doing their job, is a dangerous precedent. One of the things we learned this morning was that they didn't know what the charges would be. I don't know if that's changed as of now, but during the press conference, that was the status. And as far as I know, both Don Lemon and Georgia Fort are still in detention. If you want to, I'll stay down here. So I'm going to have Will get up here on top of this ambulance structure so that you guys can get a better view of how big this crowd is from up high. Other news this morning, obviously, is the Epstein files, another big release. Not sure what's in there. I'm sure people are looking at them as we speak right now. I'm sure that a lot of these documents are going to be redacted again. Maybe some juicy stuff in there. But again, is this part of the Trump administration's plan to just flood the zone so you can't keep track of some of the other more important things that are going on? Another example of that would be what happened a couple days ago down in Atlanta with the investigation looking into voting records down there. Buried in one of the AP's articles that came out at the very end was this little blurb about the main FBI agent in that office no longer being there. I don't know if he resigned or if he was let go, but no longer in the office. So that's a couple of FBI agents that have left their positions in the past couple of weeks. The other special agent would be here in Minneapolis. She had opened a civil rights case into the shooting of Renee Good, and Trump shut that down and decided that they wanted to investigate Renee Good and her spouse instead. Obviously, this is very dangerous, politicized law enforcement. And on that note, they have now said that they are going to open a civil rights investigation into the shooting of Alex Preddy. I don't know how superficial that is. I'm skeptical personally. They initially said they weren't going to do it. Now they're maybe saying they're doing something just because of all the pressure that's been placed on them. Hard to say, but I can't really imagine that anything will come of it. But I will leave that small percentage open that could be the case. Also, if you are not a member of Status Coup, please consider joining us at statuscoup.com/member. It is your membership fees that allow us to be out here reporting in this freezing cold weather. We go all over the country, as you know. We cover breaking news in lots of places that are ignored by mainstream media, and we can only do that with your help. As little as $5 a month helps us pay for hotel bills, airfare, new camera equipment. We had our mic break this morning, so we had to go out and buy a new mic. So please, if you can afford that, we would really appreciate it. All right, so I've now been given an update on Don Lemon. He has been charged with federal civil rights crimes related to covering this protest at the church on January 18th. He is being charged with conspiracy and interfering with the First Amendment rights of worshipers, which is wild. So they're going to violate press freedom, free speech, First Amendment rights, and say that this was a situation where he was violating the rights of worshipers. I'm guessing they're going to have something similar come out with Georgia Fort if it hasn't already. Also, for you guys to get an idea of how cold it is, it's 9 degrees, but once you figure in the wind chill factor, it is -5. They're chanting "fuck ice" right now. Signs say things like, "I prefer my ice crushed," "ice out," "abolish ice." justice for Alex Preddy. If you're just joining us, this is Tina-Desiree Berg reporting for Status Coup News on the Midas Touch Network. We are in downtown Minneapolis, live at the General Strike March and Rally, where hundreds of people have come out in solidarity. So Will is on top of an ambulance right now trying to give everybody a bird's eye view of the streets down here so you can see how many people are marching. In a minute, we are going to go out into the crowd and get some interviews in. There's some gals on the side here handing out some flyers that say mass meeting, what's next? So they're going to keep organizing. A lot of folks here believe solidarity with the general strike is the way to unilaterally improve the situation. This is a coalition that's very broad. You have groups like 5051. You have many, many unions here that are participating, as well as civil rights organizations. Chants of fuck ICE. So this gal has a sign that says micro penis, fuck ICE on it. Interestingly, we've seen a lot of upside down flags. Obviously, that means a nation in distress. But I'm also seeing a lot of regular American flags. People still believing that they can make something of it. So I'm sort of thumbing through as we're watching this massive, massive rally through downtown Minneapolis. Some of the Epstein files, of course, have been released today, I think 3 million more. But there are some allegations that the president was accused of forcing a 13 to 14-year-old to perform oral sex on him. Redacted name, this is a quote, reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform oral sex on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 to 4 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing oral sex. The friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. This is an actual thing I'm reading here, folks. The friend said she was also abused by Epstein. So this is from a court complaint that is part of the Epstein release. And now it looks like Jake Tapper is reporting that those files have now been removed by the Department of Justice. Maybe that was an oopsie that they released that, but it's already out there, folks. There are so many folks marching right now that there is sort of a bottleneck occurring at the end of the street because you have marchers on both sides. We're going to stay on this vantage point for a moment longer so that you can see the extent of how many people are out here marching in downtown Minneapolis on this second general strike. This is insanity versus humanity. Tell me about your side.
They're not, I don't know.
They're insane?
They're insane. The whole thing is, this is red versus blue. This is not red versus blue. This is insanity versus humanity. Because at this point, it's just about caring for people. How do you just not care for a person? That's insane.
Do you have thoughts on them arresting 2 journalists in the middle of the night?
They're literally doing their job. I thought we were supposed to have free speech, but everything works for them until it doesn't. So,
thank you. So, point being that it's insanity versus humanity. It's not red versus blue. It's not rich versus poor. It's not one race versus another race, or any of those divides we often create for ourselves. But we are in a period where it's absolutely democracy on the table, and either you're okay with ending democracy in the United States of America or you're not. That is pretty much the vibe that I'm getting for lots of folks here, not just her. A lot of folks are grabbing these flyers about the next meeting. I don't see this slowing down anytime soon. Hundreds and hundreds of people marching through downtown Minneapolis right now for the second general strike. If you are just joining us, this is Tina-Desiree Berg reporting for Status Coup News on the Midas Touch Network. Don't tread on Minneapolis signs I'm seeing a few of, which is sort of a take on the Gadsden flag. So if you don't know what a Gadsden flag is, that is the yellow flag that has the snake wrapped up in a coil that says, "Don't tread on me." I feel like maybe some people should be taking that flag and hanging it upside down. Your civil rights are in distress.
Say
a group walking by chanting, "Say it loud, say it clear, immigrants are welcome here." Another sign, deportation is small dick energy. Our Constitution is not optional. People are angry. It's multiple constitutional rights that are being treaded on right now, to use that Gadsden flag language. You had, obviously, the situation with 2 journalists arrested for merely doing their jobs in the last 24 hours. Don Lemon, major anchor at CNN, if they're coming for Don Lemon, they're coming for all of us, so we should be aware of that as journalists. And obviously, they've been infringing on Fourth Amendment rights for quite a while now. We had reporting a couple weeks ago that they were actually even suggesting that they could enter somebody's private home, which is entirely unconstitutional. That's what the Fourth Amendment is about. All right, Will's back down here. Hi, folks. Now you just don't only have my voice, you have me. So I think what we're going to do in a minute is go out into the crowd. I want to talk to some of these rally goers. And Will, can you pan to the other side so folks can see? We have a bottleneck forming here. This is the public plaza that's in front of the courthouse. If you pan over. Like, people are, they can barely move forward through this entire bottleneck because of all the people on the street. They're all sort of kind of coming to a head up here in front of us. Lots of folks out here. So let's go ahead and join the protest and see if we can get some folks to talk to. We don't have our Status Coup mic flag because one of the things that happened this morning was the mic died. I think maybe some water has been getting into the receiver and shot the wiring or something. We have some guys up here, Stop ICE Terror Now. There are even people lining. So you see this walkway that is enclosed up here. This goes all the way through downtown Minneapolis. It's designed for people to be able to walk from building to building in the freezing cold instead of having to go outside. But you see them all along the inside here holding signs. Wait, this is a great sign. Can I get your sign? This is a great sign. Pretty Good, Time to Fight for Justice. Obviously, this is a play on Pretty Good and Alex Pretty and Renee Good. Very clever. All right, we're now entering the bottleneck area of the march. Trying to find some folks that want to talk to us. There's some great signs out here. This one says ICE, and ICE stands for Incel Cuck Energy. I love your sign. Will you talk to me a second about your sign? I'm with Status Coup. What's that? I'm with Status Coup News. Would you talk to me just a little bit about your sign? It's really funny.
Sure, yeah.
Well, how did you come up with this?
Just thinking about true things and asking. I did do some sampling with friends and asking for suggestions, and we, came up with it together. So, but it just all evolved out of true feelings and.
What are your main feelings about this? What was the thing that got you the most in the last 2 weeks? There's been so many things.
I have been upset about this for a while. But I think that I don't know what the last straw was. I've been wondering for a while what the hell is going on and why is this being allowed. And them coming here, I was just like, what are we going to do? I'm not sure if I trust the National Guard being here, but we'll see if they're helpful. And it kind of just feels like it's all up to us to get them out of here.
Indeed. I mean, now they've arrested journalists who are out there doing their jobs this morning. Georgia Fort, who is a local journalist here in Minneapolis, was arrested by the FBI in the middle of the night for covering a protest. They arrested Don Lemon. And this is, yes, Don Lemon. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of more bad news.
Yeah, what the hell? They're just making themselves look worse and worse.
The Constitution doesn't matter anymore. Like, you're talking...
Yeah. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, it just keeps getting worse. And I don't know if it's like a tactic, like how shitty can we be and how much can we get away with. But it feels like that. And I hope more states are participating in the strike today, because that I think would send a really big message. And I think we still need to keep striking. It's kind of hard because it's hard to financially support that for people who need to work, but we got to do what we can because we can't let up.
What is your name?
My name's Alexa.
Thank you, Alexa.
Thank you.
Be safe out there. You too. Lots of folks lining the side of the street here. I wanted to mention something that happened yesterday. Will and I were out and about, and we heard about some Border Patrol agents in the Richfield area that seemed to be targeting a school bus. So we went over there, and sure enough, there had been multiple confirmed Border Patrol vehicles, and all of these parents showed up. The people that lived in the houses by these streets all showed up, and they ended up following the school bus as the school bus dropped off children to make sure that all the children got home safely. It's crazy that they would target a school bus full of children, and they seem to be all elementary school age, not high schoolers. Yeah, that's a good sign. This side, no kings and the Trump cult. I'm going to go see if this guy wants to talk to us. Hang on. Will? Oh, here's coming. Hold on, my cameraman's coming. We saw your sign and thought it was great. So it says no kings and the Trump cult. Due process for all, indeed. So we're... Oh, hi. I want to talk to you specifically about the Trump cult because I do think it's a cult.
I do think it's a cult, yes.
So the first thing I wanted to ask him about...
Who are you guys with?
Status Coup News.
Status
Coup.
Say that again?
Status Coup. You've probably seen some of our coverage of the Minneapolis stuff here. Or maybe not.
Status Coup. C-O-U-P?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm a believer in independent journalism.
Right
I
on,
worked for
okay.
Minnesota Public Radio for years.
Oh, then you are one of us.
Well, I'm a kindred spirit.
All right.
And so
I want to ask you about this and the Trump cult, because I think it indeed is a cult. You can give these guys facts and they think they're entitled to their own facts or their own whatever. Nothing seems to, they're impervious. So where did you come to this conclusion from?
Well, I have friends who are in the Trump cult, and so I understand. These people want a strong leader. They are anxious to follow a leader, and it's an unfortunate part of the human psyche that people want to follow a strong leader. Democracy is an aberration as far as the kinds of governments that people have had over eons. It's been kings and pharaohs and Genghis Khan and conquerors. So democracy is a fragile thing. Like Ben Franklin said, a republic if you can keep it. And so I'm running out of sound bites.
I'm running. Only another journalist would say I'm running out of sound bites. No, but I get your point. Democracy is fragile, and we have to tend to it. It's not going to resolve itself. So as somebody that's worked for media, let me ask you this. They arrested Don Lemon and a local journalist this morning for covering a protest. That is, I mean, crossing a serious red line, right?
Well, I'm also a lawyer, and so I have always believed in the separation of powers and the balance of power. Now, Congress has stuck its ass up in the air and gone along as part of the Trump cult. They are following a strong leader. And so my remaining hope is that the courts will provide a check on this dictatorship that's going on, this oligarchy that's going on. And so I don't think that the arrest of Don Lemon is necessarily going to help the case of the government. I think it will backfire. My hope is that it will backfire. We'll see.
No, I don't disagree. I think this is something that everybody can sort of go, to, right? Because press freedom is enshrined in our Constitution, because without it, you lose your democracy, right? It's holding power to account is really an important aspect of that. Since you're an attorney, let me ask you this. They've also been they have also been violating Fourth Amendment rights. They're now making claims that they can enter a private residence without a warrant.
Well, it's my hope that the claim by ICE that they can enter a private home without a warrant will be reversed by the courts. The problem with the courts is they're so slow. They take time. They want to hear from both sides. They take time to write their 40-page decisions. But my hope is that in the long term, things will get taken care of by the courts. It may not be the case. So many judges, federal judges, have been appointed by Trump. And so many conservative states are controlled by governors that are appointing similarly conservative, reactionary judges. So let me throw one thing out for you. I don't think the murder of Alex Pretty was accidental. I think last week they saw how many, 70,000 people, I don't know how many thousands of people were here in Minneapolis, and there were things all over the world. What did ICE react? They're not backing down. They got together and said, we're going to show them. And so I'm convinced that at their rallies that last Friday night and last Saturday morning, as the ICE agents are going out to do their thing, they were resolved that they were going to thump some ass. And so I think Alex Pretty's death and murder were caused by ICE agents wanting to respond to the demonstrations.
Yeah, okay. Do you also think, on that note, that they are looking to do that so that they can invoke the Insurrection Act?
Well, I don't know. Your question was whether the killings are happening because they want to invoke the Insurrection Act. I'm not sure that the ICE shooters were thinking about the Insurrection Act. That may be Stephen Miller's and Donald Trump's theory of action. And so they are happy to let these on-the-ground ICE agents who are, right-wing nitwits, Christian nationalists, and let them thump people. Remember, Donald Trump was the guy who was giving speeches talking about how police should bang the heads of the people they arrest into the squad cars. It's coming back. It's coming around.
Thank you so much for talking with us. I appreciate your time.
Good luck. Where might I
on YouTube? On YouTube, either on the Midas Touch Network or on Status Coup.
Okay, I'm familiar with Midas Touch.
Okay, so yes, you will see this on their platform too. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for being out here.
Yes, indeed. It's important stuff right now to cover this. Thank you.
And your fingers must be cold.
Yes, I have these little...
I got hat warmers in.
I've got the hand warmers in here.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
And they work.
And my feet, too.
Fingers.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. All right. Yeah.
Do you have hand warmers?
He has... These have batteries in them.
Oh, good.
He's got better ones than I do.
Well, I've seen them advertised.
Yeah, it's
I've been
good.
tempted. I haven't
to get
yet
some?
bought them.
It's cold out here. All right, stay warm.
I rely on mittens with a hand warmer.
There you go, yeah.
You know where the demonstration or the march has ended?
No. That's a good question. I think we're just going to keep skedaddling down the road.
Well,
till 5.
I asked that of somebody else. He said it might end at First Avenue. Are you familiar with First Avenue? It's the most famous club in Minnesota.
The most famous club in Minnesota?
And if you go down 7th Street, which is going, you'll reach Hennepin and then First Avenue North. First Avenue is right at 7th Street and First Avenue North. I was told Bruce Springsteen played there today.
Oh.
It was Prince's favorite venue.
It was Prince's favorite. Okay, well, we need to go check that out then.
So, First Avenue.
Right on.
That may be where
we're actually in Bruce Springsteen's new video.
Well,
on the streets of
pretty cool?
Yeah. No, it is pretty cool. I'm a fan of Bruce Springsteen, so I was happy with that. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Good luck.
All right, so we're going to mosey. Oh, do you see these two faces here? We have, I think that's Kristi Noem, and then definitely Donald Trump. All right, I'm going to try to not slide on my butt down the... So I actually want to look into that now. If Bruce Springsteen is in town, that would be great. So we even haven't reached even close to the end of this march. It's just going on and on and on and on for more streets. So I'm guessing this is as big as the first one, maybe even bigger. We are Status Coup. You want to talk to us?
I do, not on camera though right now, but I would, but I just wanted to say I appreciate what you guys are doing so much.
Oh, thank you for that.
I've subscribed. I'm watching.
Are you
everything.
a member?
I absolutely.
We are live right now.
We are live right
Oh,
now,
okay.
and
Yeah.
you're not on camera, but
Sure.
tell people to join.
Oh, absolutely. I cannot stress how important the work is that you guys are doing. You are on, everywhere when I hear of something happening, I'm immediately turning on the live stream, and you guys are right there, where things are. And just documenting everything. I saw the thing yesterday where there was an accident where they stole the guy's car.
Can you believe
And
that?
yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, everything's ridiculous, and words are there's no words to describe what is happening here. And I just, it takes people like you to just be out there all the time documenting this, so that we all are aware of what's happening. Because without the video, documentation of anything that's happening, it would just be their word, and we know that they just lie, everything that they say. So, speaking truth to power and just being out here and just showing everything that's happening gets all these people out here, because we all realize what's happening then. So, thank you so much.
I was just about to say join Status Coup when you walked by, and I'm like, will you do my job for me?
Absolutely. Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
Thank you, sir. So where they can go to is statuscoup.com/join, I believe is the correct? Yes. Okay. I'm getting. Okay.
I did it so long ago I forget, but yeah.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely. No, we very much appreciate your work. Thank
Right
you.
on, right on.
Thanks.
Uh-oh. All right, so we are going to melt down. So somebody told us that Bruce Springsteen is in town. Have you been hearing that?
I heard that also.
Okay.
I work on the West Bank, and that was kind of going around work that the Tom Morello concert turned in. There was and a special guest, and the rumor is that it was
Tom
Bruce
Morello's in town too?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Tom Morello, for folks that don't know, is one of the members of Rage Against the Machine. If you do not know who they are, you definitely know their songs. I'd say the most famous one is...
Probably Bulls on Parade.
Yeah. Is that the one that some of those... Wait, I'm going to badly murder this song now, but I'm going to do it anyway. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Come on, help me out here.
Oh, no, you're
No. All right. I'm not much of a singer, but
that was pretty. It's supposed to be pretty epic. It sold out in 2 seconds.
By the time I found out about it, tickets were already gone.
oh, right on.
But we're super happy for them to be here, and we thank them a lot.
And thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, so those were two Status Coup members that I love hearing from. I was about to ask people to join when they happened to wander up, and they gave you their reasons for joining as members, which I think is even more impassioned and better. All right, so Tom Morello and Bruce Springsteen are apparently in town to do a concert. If you guys have not heard Bruce Springsteen's latest song about the streets of Minneapolis, it's pretty powerful. And both Jon Farina and I are in the video, in some of the footage. All right, so we are now headed down 7th Street off of 3rd Avenue. Oh my gosh, you know what? Mine's dying. Can I switch out? I love this. Thank you so much. Sure. Woohoo! I got a new hand warmer. All right, this sign here, free whistles here. So one of the things that the rapid responders have been doing is 3D printing whistles. So whenever any sort of immigration officer shows up, they blow the whistle to alert community members. All right, I got a new hand warmer. That's great. They're now chanting, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. This guy has a giant ice shovel. Says stop ice on it. Really strong community energy here throughout this march through downtown Minneapolis.
people do you think are there?
There are so many people here. I'm trying to make a stab at this. It's got to be over 50,000. I don't think that's an exaggeration. Also, folks, make sure you stay tuned because JT will be going live at the Solidarity March that's happening in Chicago, I believe. He's in Chicago, right? What are they singing? These folks marching with a banner, it says "End ICE Terror," and some folks are singing back here. I'm not clear on what. So this is one of those indoor pathways that I mentioned earlier in the live stream. You can see people lined up along the inside across the street, holding up signs in solidarity with the marchers out here in the cold. Another sign that says "Ice out, elbows up." You good? We went into a gas station yesterday to get some gas, and I went inside to grab some bottled water, and it was great. The guy behind the counter basically was like, "Are you Status Coup? We love you." So lots of new members here in Minneapolis. Are you doing mutual aid?
No, it's just me.
Just you out here doing? I love that.
So, do you need water staggering and workers? Okay.
Appreciate that.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, you're welcome. Do you guys want to talk to us? Just a smidge? All right, talk to us.
I'll speak.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, what is your name, sir?
My name is Bill.
Well, good day, Bill.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about why you're out here at this general strike today.
I've been out here. I was out here last weekend, and I came back here, and I was thinking about the music that we started, because I wrote a song last week. Like, where are the artists? Where are all the musicians? Where are all the troubadours, the poets that should be out here right now? And they came out. They all came out. The boss came out, and now you've got songs on just coming out. So I'm here to sing and yell and scream and get ICE out now.
So what, do you play guitar as well?
Yes.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
So what, is your song about ICE in Minneapolis too?
Yeah. It's a song about what do we do now. Follow the sound. That's what I say. Follow the sound. Follow the sound.
I got to say, there's an amazing sense of community here in Minneapolis that I've not seen in any other city. Like, people are very much high energy connection. Last night they arrested a couple of journalists, including Don Lemon, but also a local reporter, Georgia Fort. This is another escalation in constitutional right violations. What are your thoughts on that?
I just heard about Lemon just a while ago. He was arrested in a church, and ICE came into a church and arrested this man who was reporting on an ICE agent who was a priest. Not a priest, but he was...
Yeah, so he was the head of the church, but actually, so he was arrested initially, then let go, but Don Lemon was just picked up again in Los Angeles last night, so he's actually in detention in Los Angeles now.
Oh my gosh. It goes on and on and on. But we're not going to let, Minnesotans don't let this stuff keep happening. You know, we're out there for the duration. And if ICE thinks we're going to be gone in a week and this will all go away, it's not going away. We're here. We're here now, and we're going to stay, and we're going to do this every week if we have to, every day if we have to get the Republican administration to start thinking about what they're doing. I'm not going to mention his name and give him any credit for any of this. It's the Republican administration who's keeping this going. And we're going to keep going until they finally get out and make a difference with their community.
Do you think there's as many people out today as there was last week?
It's hard to say. It's starting to look good now, but I know there was about 50,000 I heard last time, or more, and it just keeps coming. It keeps building. There wasn't that many to begin with, but it just started building and building, and more coming all the time. So I would imagine in another hour there's going to be at least a half more here. So. And
when is Bruce Springsteen actually performing tonight?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know about that.
All right. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not starting a rumor. Yeah, well, he's here, right? You heard he was here. Somebody mentioned.
I didn't know that. No.
Oh, okay.
Now, we've been busy just, mobilizing just to get here. So because we live in the suburbs, and we used to live in Minneapolis for a long time. So we had a lot of friends in Minneapolis. One of our friends who was when Freddie was murdered was at the site while ICE was still there, and the meekest, nicest man you'd ever want to meet. And he was detained, he was arrested, and he was put in handcuffs and leg cuffs, and they took away his phone, and they took him down to the Whipple, and he got out the next day, had to go to the hospital for stitches, and it was they lost his phone. He never got his phone back. He's a 73-year-old man.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, in that crazy tear gas stuff that after Alex Preddy was murdered, he was picked up. Also, that was when they arrested the rapper Nerdy, who we also interviewed yesterday. So they took him to the Whipple Detention Center and kept him overnight. Did they actually charge him with anything?
No, they just let him go the next morning, took his phone. I don't know he never got it back. And they beat him. And he had to go to the hospital and get stitches the next day. And he was in handcuffs and leg chains, and he was walking past all these people wailing and screaming, women, children, men, in isolation here in these cages. And he was witnessing that, watching it happen. He was a nurse. I'm sure that's why he was there. I don't know if he had worked with Perry. I don't know, but just the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. Just so gentle, and that fact that they beat him and put him away, took his phone, never gave it back, just kicked him out the next morning.
All right. He was telling us. All right, I got you. I'm actually wanted to hear about your friend that was arrested that day because that's bad.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Who are you with, by the way? Huh?
Status Coup.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Oh, I do. Sorry. All right, so we're going to head up further into the protest up here. And it is very, very cold out here. I think with the wind chill factor, Jordan mentioned it was like -7 or something. You can feel it on your nose and your toes. Wait. So we have some gals inside here. One has a sign that says, Kristi Noem is a fugly slut. I don't. Without due process, it's kidnapping. They're doing some dances in there. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh, what are these guys up here on the right with the... If you're just joining us, this is Tina-Desiree Berg reporting for Status Coup News on the Midas Touch Network. We are live in downtown Minneapolis at the second general strike, protesting against ICE in the city, asking for justice for Alex Preddy and Renee Good. Lots of people out here today. I don't think 50,000 is an exaggerated number from what I'm seeing. Chanting, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. Fuck ICE, ICE out. Some signs that say chinga la migra, which is basically Spanish for fuck ICE. La migra is the slang term for immigration officers. We're hearing that Bruce Springsteen and Tom Morello are in town. I haven't quite gotten to the bottom details on that. Oh, sorry. Hi there. Will you talk to us a second about why you're here?
Yeah, who are you with?
Status Coup News.
Oh, what's that?
On the Midas Touch Network. We've been covering a lot of rallies here.
Okay. Why am I here?
Yeah, why are you out here?
Because the Constitution and the country and democracy is at the most pivotal time in the history of the United States. And if people don't wake up and realize that, and we get another 150 million people understanding that, we could be done for as a country.
Indeed. Have you been paying attention to the last 24 hours where they've arrested Don Lemon and a local reporter?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Don Lemon fan, but that's totally against the Constitution and against the right of free speech. That's total bullshit. So,
what are your thoughts on them initially saying that they weren't going to look into civil rights investigations for the murder of Alex Preddy, but now they're turning around saying that the DOJ is going to open a civil rights investigation? Do you think that's superficial?
Everything they say is superficial until it comes to a culmination and a real end. They've made it so that nobody believes them. Nobody should believe them. It's all lies and subterfuge and deflection.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, you look at so many charges that they've tried to lay at the feet of protesters, for example, for assaulting or impeding, and the lies that they put out are crazy. In the case of Alex Preddy, they told lie after lie after lie. We could all see the video.
Well, you know what they're doing. They're following Mein Kampf and the tenet of the more lies, the more you tell a lie, the more it becomes believable, and you make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and before you know it, you can't discern the truth anymore.
Right. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. What are your thoughts about some of these sort of, I don't want to call them journalists, the right-wing streamers that are looking to create content? They obviously have no commitment to veracity whatsoever, but they are out there amplifying some of these lies.
If anybody's FCC license should be taken away, it's Newsmax and Fox, and there should be more defamation suits against people like Sean Hannity and Waters and Beck and all of those far right-wing liars.
No, I mean, it's helping to create the environment where this is happening. Oh, sorry. All right, thank you for talking with us. So I wanted to point out a second ago, I was saying chinga la migro meant fuck ice in Spanish. These gals over here beating on the drum are actually chanting chinga la migra. If you're not a Status Coup member, I'd like to implore you to please become one. Your $5 a month is what helps fund our reporting. It gets us to Minneapolis, gets us to all the places that we go. Atlanta, Georgia, Detroit, Michigan, California, New York. We're everywhere that breaking news is happening for the people. So hi, how are you? For $5 a month, it really helps us. It funds the hotels, the airfare, and all these things. You can join at statuscoup.com/join. All right, so we are going to carry on marching this way, right? Let's see if we can work our way down. We are, that's a great sign there. So again, these are these walkways that wind their way through. Skyways, is that what it's called? Okay, skyways is the actual term I'm being told. So these skyways are woven through the entire downtown area, and you can get from almost any building to another without ever going outside in the -0 temperatures. But this particular one has a sign that says, "End the war on America." That really captures the spirit of the people in Minneapolis right now. I'm going to be having chinga la migra in my head now all day. It's an earworm, isn't it? All right, we are going to head forward. We will be talking with more folks on the ground during this march. Some of the breaking news today, it's been a lot. Makes you wonder if they are doing this flood the zone thing, right? We've had another FBI agent either leave or asked to resign. I'm not sure. They didn't really provide any details. But the main guy in the Atlanta, Georgia office, I'm assuming by the AP article that it was somewhat associated with the raid on the voting records there that happened. Here you had local journalist Georgia Ford arrested, Don Lemon in Los Angeles, which is a clear red line into violating First Amendment freedoms. we had a massive release finally of these Epstein files, 3 million of them. And it sounds like there was some seedy stuff in there regarding Donald Trump getting oral sex from a 13 or 14-year-old. It was in some pages that were included, but now, according to Jake Taper, from what I'm seeing, they have been taken down by the Department of Justice, but they're already out there. I'm sure we will be hearing more on that. Big coalition out here today. We have the unions. We have civil rights organizations.
Here and do another interview.
I mean, if we could.
Take a break whenever I can get one, but I'm thinking as we walk in the same direction, we pass through people.
State charges for who?
What'd you say?
State charges for who?
The people that are murdering Minnesotans in the streets.
So the ICE agents.
Yes.
So he had a sign that said state charges. So it seems that they've been trying to lock out state law enforcement from investigating these cases. Border Patrol has this unit called the Critical Incident Team that goes around and pretty much has 2 decades of history of doing this, covering up shootings by Border Patrol agents. It was my understanding that had disappeared a few years ago when Biden was president, but it seems like maybe they're back. It's really hard to say because it's very secretive. Just a reminder that we will be cutting at some point as soon as JT is situated. He's going to be covering the Solidarity protest live in Chicago. This gal has a sign that says, "ICE, the smallest men who ever lived." This guy has a sign that says, "We are community, not content." An understandable sign to be carrying at this point.
Swap your microphone. Oh, okay. Hey, folks, we're just going to swap Tina's microphone real quick. May lose audio for a split second, but that's all we're doing. Test. Test.
Testing, testing, we're good? Okay. We are back, folks. We needed to switch out the battery on the mic. We actually had to get a new mic this morning. We had some audio issues, and it turns out that all of the snow and everything that got into there probably fried some of the wires. See if this guy will talk to us.
What's the Midas Touch Network?
Sure,
sure.
Hello, what is your name?
My name is Trinity Ray.
I'm feeling very tall right now, Trinity Ray.
Yeah, would you like me to? Should I come up? Should I come down? I'll stand over here.
I wanted to ask you. You've got the black flag that says "Resist."
Yeah.
What does that symbolize for you?
Well, I think I bought this 10 years ago when Trump was elected. So it represents a lot of things. In fact, it came up in my social media feed the other day. It was 9 years ago, and the picture was I was in D.C. at the Women's March. This is fucking. It's no. I'm 50 now. I got kids, and I'm out here for them because I want them to have a better future, and someday they're going to ask what I did when we started to tumble into fascism, and I want to tell them I was here. We're all going to have to answer for where we are and what we're doing these days. It can't go on any longer. The country's in peril. The only way we can do this is through this kind of collective action right here. This is what punk rock trained us for.
So I'm a big fan of the Dead Kennedys.
Sure. Yeah.
Uber Alice.
Several of them. I know. I somewhere in this crowd, I'd like to believe that maybe Henry Rollins is here, leading the march, and everybody's like, I'm too fucking old for this shit, except for these kids, which is good, but it's like, no more. We need, there's a middle ground. There's a reasonable middle ground. You can be conservative, you can be liberal. We're all Americans, and today we're all, I think maybe Minnesotans.
So, for example, I saw a sign earlier that basically said, no more insanity. And I talked to her about what that meant, and she was saying that this isn't really about right versus left, poor, whatever. She said this is like whether you believe in democracy or not.
Conservative family members and friends, and I'm a socialist, and they're Americans. We're all Americans. The best part of America, they talk about making America great again. The greatest thing about America is the Emma Lazarus poem. Send me your huddled masses yearning to be free. Go anywhere in the world. Come back. And you might not think we're doing things excellent all the time, but we're fucking trying, and we're trying. And we're the only country that tries. Don't take that away from us. That's what I think we're admired for worldwide, is that come in, bring your skills, bring your gifts. Sure, there are illegal immigrants, and that should be dealt with in a court of law. It doesn't affect every immigrant. It shouldn't be applied like a blanket to everybody. Everybody, unless you're a Native American, everybody here came from somewhere else, and it's the best thing about America. It's the most beautiful thing. And again, right or left, there's a middle ground. We all need to start talking again and listening to each other, or we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose it all.
Let me ask you this: you have conservative friends, family. Have they reached a point where they see a problem as far as violating constitutional rights?
We stopped talking a couple years ago about politics, and it's gotten better. But I'm hoping, I hope they're looking at what's happening and saying it's too far. It's too far. I know, in the past they've said, oh well, I don't like Trump, but I like what he's doing. No, I don't think they can say that anymore. What's he doing? He's not a good person, and he's not a good leader. He's a selfish, narcissist, and we got to put an end to it. So.
Thank you for talking with us. What is your name again?
Trinity Ray.
Thank you, Trinity Ray.
Thank you.
Wait, hang on. Trinity Ray?
Thank you. Take care.
So he's making the point about how this isn't a right or left versus thing. It is whether or not you want democracy to stay as what we have here. And I think that that's pretty accurate. Hi. Hello. Do you want to come talk to me? No? Okay. And I think that's pretty accurate. We have crossed so many red lines as far as constitutional rights are concerned that I have a hard time believing that a lot of conservatives are okay with that, right? There's a red line when you start arresting journalists for doing their job. There's a red line when you say, I don't need a judicial warrant to enter your private home. There's a red line when you say, we're going to treat this victim of murder as a domestic terrorist instead of opening a civil rights case into what happened when we can all see the video that this was murder. Nothing that Kristi Noem or Stephen Miller said about Alex Peretti's murder was accurate. We've seen the videos, right? So I think there's a lot of that energy right now. We finally reached the tail end of the protest, though. I think we're going to catch up with it in a second. In the meantime, I did want to... Hold on one second. Okay, so I have breaking news that Jordan is telling Will about. I don't have my phone is tucked away so it doesn't freeze again. So Georgia Ford has now been released. Was Dawn Lemon released as well? We don't know about that. Okay, so Georgia Ford has been released from the detention center here. She was the journalist that was arrested earlier this morning for basically covering the protest that happened in the church. So we'll be hearing more about that. So we have some tail end of the marchers, more coming around the corner here. I think the entire city is one giant march at this point. Ooh, it's cold. Oh, yeah, so there's a whole nother group coming around the corner here. All right, so where should we go next? How much time before we have to come to KT? Oh, we have a half hour. Let's see if we can go over there and walk with these guys then. Maybe we can talk to some of those folks. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us live today on this very chilly Minneapolis day. I think with the wind chill, Jordan mentioned it was like -7. It feels so cold. I'm going to see if we can cross the street here. We are starting to release some of the videos of ICE Border Patrol raids that we've been catching here in Minneapolis, some horrifying things involving car accidents. 2 now that I've noted, 2 car accidents caused by ICE agents. The one we released this morning, the guy actually came back and drove away in the guy's car. He was able, I think he got away. He ran down the street and jumped a wall. Yesterday, we were alerted of a Border Patrol, multi-car Border Patrol thing going on with a school bus full of elementary children. And it was amazing. All of the people that lived on the street came out. Parents of the kids came out and drove in their cars, and they followed the bus around, tracking the 2 Border Patrol cars, and made sure that every child got home safely without any issues. But it's kind of crazy that these guys would be tracking a school bus. Not sure what the whole story is there. We're catching up with the rest of the rally here. You can hear chants of "fuck ICE out" throughout the city. We're now on Hennepin and 3rd. I guess we are sort of heading back towards the courthouse, I believe, if I have my directions straight. Yeah.
Ice out! Ice out! Fuck ice! 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 Fuck ice!
That guy got up way tall there with the flag. Is that what you? Yeah, that's a great shot. They're saying no more Minnesota ICE with, like, what is that, the TAPS Army chant? What do we call that? Help me out here. Help a girl out. All right, catching up here with the tail end. Some folks are handing out coffee here on the corner. Hi there, how are you?
Good, how about you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Why are you out here today?
We're out here documenting the whole thing. To give it a little longevity. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was going to interview you, but
Well, I mean,
well, let me ask you this. As fellow journalists, how do you feel about the arrest of Don Lemon and Georgia Fort today, this morning? Do you know about this?
I don't know about
that. Technically, if we're looking at the FACE Act, like what they like, I understand protesting. I believe in the First Amendment. I would 100% agree. Like, you should be able to protest. But if, and this is just me being fair, if you can't go into abortion clinics, this is the FACE Act, and practice your religious freedoms or your political beliefs, you should. And this is me as a Christian. You shouldn't be able to do that at a church. And so, when I see him getting arrested, I just think that's due process. Like, if you're
that was, I have to ask you, that was not the answer I expected.
I know that wasn't, and that's okay.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
you don't find this as dangerous territory for press freedom, though? I mean, he wasn't part of the protest. He's documenting it.
I mean, he was, though. He had foreknowledge of it. Is that not the case?
I have foreknowledge of this protest before I came down here to...
Maybe not him, but whoever was doing it Yeah, it's a face act. You can't do that. Just like if a Christian went into an abortion clinic and was,
I would say that's protected free speech. I wouldn't.
So you'd be okay with the Christian going into? Oh, okay, cool. Then we're on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think free speech is free speech. It cuts every way. It doesn't just protect
100%
yours.
agree.
Okay. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right. We got to the bottom of that. All right. We got to catch up. Nice to talk with you guys. Yeah. Okay. We keep. I stop to interview people, and then we get behind the protest. All right. Let's just get up there. All right, folks. We're going to make our way back into the main thrust of the protest here. Hi.
We'll never be defeated. The people united.
Some protesters going the other way. I think really the entire downtown area is full of protesters in every direction at this point. Okay, we're back over on Marquette Avenue. If you're just tuning in, we are live in downtown Minneapolis at the tail end of the general strike, march and rally. Oh, did you drop your phone? Oh, that could have been bad. Thank you. It is a very brisk, cold day, but people came out in force. I think we could estimate, around 50,000? I don't know. It's hard to say. There's a lot of people out here. At one point, Will got on top of a bus ambulance or something and was able to get some long view shots of the entire crowd. And also make sure that you stay tuned. JT will be going live after we cut here to the Solidarity protest and rally in Chicago. Group of guys over here that had signs that say the feds are lying, which is, profoundly true at this point. We have seen DHS put out so many press releases that were full of just lies, not objective, not verifiable facts. So the inevitable outcome of that is nobody trusts anything they say anymore. Even if somebody from DHS told the truth right now, people would doubt it. The power of the people is stronger than the people in power. That's a great sign. Lots of creative signs out here today. Okay, we got the details of the Bruce Springsteen situation. He did play already then. Okay.
And he had Arrest the President on his guitar. Okay, so, and Tom Morello was there then?
He didn't say.
Was that today? All right, so it already happened. We missed it. That is a through line, I think, with a lot of folks and what they're seeing this as, that Trump being able to run again for office as a convicted felon after January 6th, that he was able to sort of complete the coup anyway. I've heard some folks mention that that's how they feel about it.
which would sort of tie in with the boss having to arrest the president on his guitar. That wind, when it whips up, is something. If you folks have not seen Bruce Springsteen's new song, you can go to his YouTube and check it out. But it's about the situation that's been happening here in Minneapolis and the community of people surrounding and protecting each other. It's a really nicely done song and video. And of course, both myself and Jon Farina, thank you, sir, are actually in this video. And yes, he's right, that was very icy. That could have been a slip and fall. So we are back on 3rd, I guess? Yeah. People honking as they go by.
Wait.
Woo! Yeah, I think so. Another sign that says without due process, it's kidnapping. So, you know, we're going to be hearing more in the coming days about this new dump of Epstein files. I'm sure as we speak, people are already finding nuggets in there beyond what has already been exposed this morning. I wanted to mention that there was testimony that a young girl, 13 to 14-year-old girl, was forced to perform oral sex on Donald Trump. And apparently Jake Tapper had mentioned on his Twitter that those files had been removed after the fact. They're no longer up there, but they're already out there in the world. That's a bombshell, I think. That could end up really fracturing the MAGA base, I think, as well, because a big chunk of those folks have really been wanting the Epstein files released and prosecutions to happen. So the fact that Trump was a part of that might fracture it more than what we've already seen with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hey, we finally reached the end of the protest. We finally caught up. They have blood on their badges. Someone just slipped, yeah.
Kind of blocked around and blocked over. You don't think so?
Well. Okay, we got stuck in the tree. Hang on. You know, trees in our way. Trust your eyes, not the lies. Okay, so JT is running a little bit behind there, getting set up in Chicago. We are going to stay live here in Minneapolis until he's set up. If you're just joining us, we are in downtown Minneapolis covering the general strike that started at 2 o'clock Minneapolis time. Thousands and thousands of people out here on the streets today. You have a broad coalition of unions, civil rights organizations. Okay, somebody's now playing the Tom Morello, Zach De La Rocha, Rage Against the Machine song that we were discussing earlier with a protester out here on the street. Tom Morello was apparently here performing with Bruce Springsteen earlier today. I believe we are back in front of the federal courthouse then, right? Am I mistaken?
Immigrants are welcome.
So earlier today, local journalist Georgia Fort was arrested, as was Don Lemon, for covering the church protest a couple weeks ago. We've now been told that she has been released from detainment. Don't have much detail beyond that. We should try to get out there. I think they're still doing some speeches.
Really striking. Wow.
Oh, be careful, don't slide. It is so slippery here. We're trying to work our way to the front where some speeches are going on.
Sorry, I'm going to try to cut that one.
to each other. I have seen people who are so deeply moved that they are responding to their neighbors like never before. Minnesota, this moment is only making us stronger. This moment is only making us stronger. This moment is only making us more resilient. This moment is making us to be the best of America. In this moment, we are sharing to the rest of the country that we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for each other, and we are fighting for a future where all people are not illegal, that every single person is dignified. And when we say ICE is out, we don't mean leave Minnesota, we say it ends here in Minnesota. We created the right recipe to fight ICE. It's a warm heart, a whistle, and a community that has radical love for each other. That is how we fight ICE. There was a generation yet to be born, and they will be told about this moment. They will be told about this day. And they will be told that when they came for all of us, Minnesotans woke up in the coldest days, put on the right shoes and the right hat, and they stood up on every street and every corner to fight fascism. And so my message to the countless people that still love to watch this, there are many people who romanticize about the time of Dr. King and the civil rights era. This is our civil rights era. This is our moment to stand up. This is our moment. And we speak to a generation yet to be born. We stood up so you can be free. We stood up so that no more in this country fascism can survive. And to President Trump and the others, you came for us. You came for us, but we are right here. We are right here. Just a couple of weeks ago, little man Bavino came to Minnesota not knowing anything about us. But just like any other good Minnesotans, all we did is de-ice that little man back to where he came from. And that is the message that we have for all the fascists and the supporters. Minnesotans will de-ice you. And this moment is our moment. And victory is around the corner. Stay on the streets. Demand justice. Fight for your neighbor. Be a Minnesotan. This is our moment. Stand up, Minnesota!
Give it up for Chariton! Guys, let's keep on moving to the Parkside area. Let's fill it up. Because who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe? Move, ICE! Get out the way! Get out the way! ICE, get out the way! Move, ICE! Get out the way! Get out the way! ICE, get out the way! Move, ICE! Get out the way! Get out the way! ICE, get out the way! Move, ICE! Get out the way! Get out the way! ICE, get out the way! Say what? Woo! Our next speaker, it's John, an educator with the Minneapolis School District and a union leader in the Minneapolis Federation of Educators. Make some noise!
When we fight, 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 make some noise,
our society. I and thousands of teachers feel this way about our students. Now, as a unionist, we have a responsibility as organized labor to join this call and to continue to build the power necessary to bring the Trump administration to its knees. To end this racist campaign of ICE terror for good. The labor movement has a duty to our class to organize and build our power. My students are the future of the working class. So I ask, what are we as educators doing to teach students about the power that they have? We must follow the lead of our students. Today, across this city and across this country, our students shut it down. Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! We must take this call and shut it down. We will shut down Minneapolis. We will shut down St. Paul. We will shut down Minnesota. We will shut down this country. But we must build the type of society that we as working people deserve to live in. But if we don't get it, 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 make some noise!
Our next speaker is Emelina, a student at South High School and one of the students who has been organizing the nationwide high school walkouts. So make some noise!
Bonjour, Emelina, Disney Cause, Mako and Dudam, Miss Kwakami Wisaka in Dunchaba and Dog Kali Kong. My name is Emelina. I'm from the Berg clan and I come from the Real Lake Nation. I live in Minneapolis. I am a PSL student organizer, a proud Mexican American, and a proud member of the Red Lake Nation. High schoolers across the country are walking out and leading walkouts. We've seen high school activity at unprecedented levels, a level we have seen since the 1960s civil rights movement. Students are vital to the movement. Students led this call, thousands answered in support. High school students won't cause the same economic impacts of regular workers. So why are people in power so scared? today. A future where issues we face, like our neighbors being thrown in detention centers and our environment being dismantled, won't exist. We need more. We need everyone is cared for us and has everything they need, not just to survive, but also to thrive. Thank you, Chiniquich! Make some noise!
Our next speaker is Christoph from the University of Minnesota.
Okay, folks, we're going to sign off. JT is ready to go live in Chicago, so we are going to sign off. The general strike here in downtown Minneapolis is going to continue to go on. If you are not a member of Status Coup, please consider joining. It is your membership that allows us to do this reporting out in the streets. You can join at statuscoup.com/join. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tina-Desiree Berg reporting for Status Coup News on the Midas Touch Network. And I'm going to pass this over to JT, who is now going to go live at the Solidarity Rally in Chicago. Thanks for joining us.